Hello everyone, welcome to the Nodejs YouTube channel again. Um, I'm sorry for not being very active on the channel. I think it's been around 2.5 years since I uploaded the last video. Yeah, so also as we know, COVID-19 took a toll on the entire world. Yeah, I hope all of you are safe and healthy. So, um, first of all, I'd like to thank all the subscribers who stayed with the channel during the pandemic and everything. Um, Also, I'd like to welcome the new subscribers, and I hope I can continue to upload videos again. So let's see what we can do. So as you all know, this channel was about Flutter from the beginning, but I thought we'll start with server-side development this time. So I still love Flutter and I'm going to continue making Flutter video tutorials, but for now I'm going to talk to you about server-side development, more specifically Node.js. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this Node.js, and even if you're not, I'm sure you have heard of it. So today I'm going to show you how to set up your server-side development environment. So first you need to download the VirtualBox program. You can even use like VMware, but I prefer VirtualBox. So let's see how we can download VirtualBox first. So first you need to Google VirtualBox download, and select the first link, and here are the download links. So since my operating system is Windows, I select Windows host, but I'm not going to click this because I have already downloaded this, but you should select this link according to what you have as your operating system. So once you have downloaded this, open the VirtualBox installer and click yes and click next. You don't need to change anything here, so click next. And personally I don't like to put shortcuts on the desktop and not on the quick launch bar. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave the create start menu entries and register file associations, and I'm going to click next, and it's going to warn us about network interfaces because the VirtualBox installer needs to install a network interface. So click yes and click install, and yeah, it's going to ask us if you'd like to install this software. So I'm gonna click install, and yeah, it's done. So I'm gonna leave this start Oracle VM and click finish, and it will open the VirtualBox program. Yeah, okay. This is the Oracle VM VirtualBox manager. So now we need to create a VM first, or virtual machine. So let's see how we are going to do that. First you need to click add, no, I'm sorry, you need to click new, and you need to give it a name. I'm gonna type we are going to install CentOS 7 as the operating system in this virtual machine. So I'm gonna type CentOS 7 as the name, and yeah, it's Linux, and version is, let's leave Red Hat 64-bit. So yeah, I'm going to select expert mode, and yeah, I'm going to give the name again, CentOS 7. Memory size, I'm going to leave, for now I'm going to leave the default. This is 1024 megabytes or 1 gigabyte. So yeah, I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to click create. Okay, so it's going to ask us to allocate some space for the hard drive. So I think 8 GB is enough for you, but for the peace of mind, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to increase it to like 15, and yeah, I think we are fine. So I'm going to click create. Okay, now here's our virtual machines. I mean, there's no operating system in it yet, but we are going to install that in a second. Okay, so now since we have created our virtual machine, let's download the CentOS 7, the operating system we are going to install in this virtual machine. So go to Google and type download CentOS 7. Okay, and select the first link. The domain is www.centos.org. So click that, and yeah, let's download. Yeah, let's download the first one, x86 underscore x64, I'm sorry, 64, and you can pretty much select any of these links and it will download the ISO file. And here, yeah, this is the, I think, entire ISO 4.4 gigabytes. Since we are focusing on server side, you should select CentOS 7 x86 underscore 64 minimal ISO. So it's 1 GB. So click this and download, but I have already downloaded this, so I'm not gonna download again. Okay, so here's the file I downloaded. Okay, now let's see how we are going to install CentOS. first of all, select your virtual machine and click settings, and let's see, you need to select storage and select the controller ID, actually the controller, and click this small disk icon. It's a drop down menu, and choose a disk file and navigate to the path where you download the CentOS ISO. So I'm already in that path, so I'm gonna select it, and as you can see, it's been selected. So I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to start the virtual machine for the first time. Now at this point, if you hear that your CPU fan is speeding up, don't worry, it's fine, since it's some extra weight on the CPU. So first, your keyboard won't be responsive in this CentOS, so you need to first click on this window and click capture. So yeah, click capture, and using the up arrow I'm gonna select install CentOS 7. okay, now I'm gonna press enter to select it. Can close these notifications. Okay, this might seem a little bit difficult to some of you, but it's really not a big deal. So once you get the hang of it, you'll be very familiar with it. So let's see. Okay, this is the first step. We need to select the language. It's already select default language is English, so I'm gonna leave it as it is, and United States English, so I'm gonna leave it as it is as well, and I'm going to click continue. Okay, so I'm going to take this do not show this message again and click capture. So it's going to capture my mouse and keyboard. So unfortunately, for some reason I couldn't record the VirtualBox screen and continue to make the video, but anyway, I took some screenshots, and now I'll show you them and explain how to install CentOS 7 into the VirtualBox VM. So first, click continue from the language selection screen, and then you will be presented with this menu. First, you need to select the correct time zone, so click date and time. Then you'll see this screen with the map. So select your time zone from the menu and click done. Now you'll be back on this main menu. Then scroll down to the systems section and select installation destination. Now from this screen, by default it will be automatically configure partitioning. That will be default option. Now you need to select I will configure partitioning and click done. Now click this drop down menu and select standard partition and click the plus icon above the pink box showing available space. Click that plus icon, then select mount point as swap and enter the desired capacity as 1024. That means 1024 megabytes. Then click add mount point. Now click the plus icon again and select the slash as the mount point and as the desired capacity enter 14,336. That's roughly the amount of megabytes for 14 gigabytes, and click mount point. Now click done and select accept changes. Now click the network and hostname from the main menu and click configure button. Now click on the IPv4 settings tab and select the manual as the method and type the IP address you wish to have for your virtual machine. Net mask, leave it as it is. The gateway, enter your internet gateway. In this case, this is my router IP, so if you are using a router, I suggest you type that. So as for additional DNS servers, you can use any famous DNS server. In this case, I have selected the Google DNS, which is 8.8.8.8, and yeah, then click save. Now click the switch button, which is currently in the off state, and turn it on, so our network connection will be up, as you can see in this picture. Now click done. Now we have completed all the necessary configuration. So now click begin installation. Now the CentOS installer is start installing the CentOS operating system. While that's happening, we can set a password for root user, which is the administrator account, sort of. So click root password icon and type the password you want in the root password text field, and type it again in the confirm text field. Now if you selected a very weak password, you will have to click the done button twice, otherwise you can just click it once. So for now I have typed a very weak password, which is 123, so I have to click it twice, and now the CentOS installation is complete. So I'm going to click reboot. This is what you'll see after it's been rebooted. So I'm going to minimize this window, and let's see how we can remote connect to this virtual machine via SSH, which is a short term for secure shell. So now this is what you'll see in the after the reboot. So let's see how to remote connect to this virtual machine. So I'm going to click start and type cmd to bring up command prompt and type ssh space root, which is the root user, at the IP address for our VM, which is 192.168.1.152. Usually it should connect pretty quickly within 1 second, but if it's taking too long, it might be because the network connection is not successful. So I'm gonna as you can see, connection timeout, which means it can connect to the remote VM. So I'm gonna minimize this and I'm gonna shut down the virtual machine. Okay, it's powered off. Now I'm gonna click settings and select network, and by default it is attached to NAT. Now I'm gonna select bridge adapter, and this is my Wi-Fi adapter, so I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'm gonna click OK. And now I'm gonna start the virtual machine again. Okay, now I'm going to the command prompt again and type again ssh space root at 192.168.1.152 and press enter, and you can see now it's connecting, and we need to verify, we need to confirm that we need to connect to this virtual machine. So I'm gonna type yes, yes, and enter, and now it's asking for the root password. So I'm gonna type my password, which is 123. If you typed a different password, you need to type that. And you need to keep in mind that when you type a password in the terminal, it's not going to show anything, not even the asterisk. So just don't bother if you don't see anything, just type your password and press enter, and as you can see, we are logged in. So this is how you install CentOS. Now we can update all the packages using sudo update -y. Oh, I'm sorry, it should be sudo yum update -y and press enter. As you can see, it's loaded plugins. So this is going to take a considerably long time, so I'll see you after this been updated. Okay, now the update is complete, so I'm gonna press and hold Control and press L to clear the screen. Now let's see how we are going to install Node.js. First, you need to copy this line. I'm gonna get Node.js 16, so I'm gonna change it to 16, and I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it here. By the way, when you right click on this window, it's gonna paste whatever you copied. So I pasted it, and now I'm gonna press enter. Okay, now I'm gonna type sudo install Node.js -y for yes, and press enter. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. You need to use the yum. That's the package manager for CentOS. Sudo yum install Node.js and press enter. Okay, now it's downloading Node.js package. Okay, the Node.js installation is complete. Now to verify, you can type node -v. So you can see the version 16 is installed, and if you need to check the version of npm, type npm, which is the package manager for Node, npm-v. The default version that came with the Node.js is npm version is 8. So this is how you install the Node.js after installing the CentOS. So I hope you get a pretty good idea of how to make a virtual machine and install Node.js. Let's see how to create a Node server in the next video. Until then, have a great day and stay tuned with the channel.